If you lose connection with the source, will you not get disorganized? Especially before you go for dinner or for lunch, especially before that, at least for half an hour, 80% of your chronic ailments can just vanish simply because you kind of found a little rapport with the earth on which you're walking. I must tell you this experience. We had a yogic hospital in our yoga center in India. We called it yogic hospital. We did not want it to grow too much because we don't want to turn into a hospital full-time. We are a spiritual center, so we're keeping it low-key. Once when I came here, I spoke, and a few doctors, American doctors who were interested, they traveled to India. They came and stayed there for 3 days, and after 3 days, one of the volunteers came and told me all the American doctors are up in arms, they want to leave. I said, what happened? They said, it's best that you meet them, they're just off. Then I said, okay, and I went to meet them. Then I said, what's the problem? They said, you said there is a hospital. Where is a hospital? There is no hospital here. I said, right now there are about 60 and odd patients. Where is it? Their idea of a hospital is that there must be beds, you must treat sick well, and everybody should be… If you treat them so well, they will not want to become healthy. Where are the patients? I said, they're all in the garden, I put them to work. We give them the treatment and therapies and medication, but rest of the time I put them to work. Whatever they can do, they must do. Above all, they must sit and work barefoot and bare hands with the soil. Just being in touch with the planet, because you're just a drop of this planet, you're forgetting that. If you lose connection with the source, will you not get disorganized? Fitness and well-being does not mean walking on a treadmill and bulging muscles like that. No, to strengthen the integrity of the elements in our system is very important. So is there some way to do it? Yes, there are specific methods with which we can do. One simple way right now is work with the earth and water and plants and stay outdoors. That itself will do something. So fundamentally, if there is a certain assurance of nourishment happening to the body in terms of food, and there's clean air to breathe, and being in touch with the earth can complete the health process altogether. So if you can't be in tune with that, if you're very affluent and fashionable, you can have a mud bath. That's another way. So today you take vacations, go to the spas, have mud bath, a very expensive atmosphere. But every day if you stick your hands into the earth, or at least for a few minutes a day, you would see the body would be in a much better condition, because whenever it's in contact with the earth, the body reorganizes itself. The more you're in touch with it, it's better. All of you can't turn into farmers now, and maybe you're living on the 12th floor and you can't be a gardener either. So at least being in touch with the earth, palms and soles are very sensitive to this. If your hands and your bare feet are in contact with the earth, it'll make a difference. Or at least you do your… I don't recommend this, but if you're doing your afternoon siesta, do it under a tree with your spine in contact with the earth, things will happen very well. Or to be in a natural pool of water which is in the earth, like a lake or a river or an ocean, will do tremendous things to the system. In all the Indian temples, why do you think people are making their bodies wet and lying down on the floor in prostration? Is just this, not just earthing, that special earth, which is energized earth around. So you want the entire body to be in touch with the thing. So men go bare-bodied, at least their upper body is bare. Women go with wet clothes so that contact is there. This contact with nature, whether it's earth or air or water, is most important. If that is not there, the body will slowly lose its integrity. it loses its stability. It loses many abilities that it is capable of. It may still survive, it may not die tomorrow morning, but it loses its variety of capabilities that it has come with. The many possibilities, the array of possibilities that human system carries is lost as you lose contact with the natural element. Walk without footwear, not on this granite, either in the grass or in the mud outside. You will see body being in touch with the earth. When you eat the food that you eat, the way it integrates it is very different. Digestion will anyway happen, but how much you can integrate into the system depends on how much you're in tune with the earth. So even half an hour if you walk without shoes or footwear, and the body remains in touch with the earth, you will see the elements will function with little more integrity than the way it is right now.
If you want to live sensibly, you should have contact with the earth that you live on. Because we have lost this contact, life has become disorganized in certain ways. This disorganization can lead to disease, weakness, and ultimately destabilization of the system itself. If you lose connection with the source, you will get disorganized. If you are close to earth, you are constantly being reminded that you are mortal, physiologically on the cellular level and on the elemental level. This reminder of mortality is the most key element in your spiritual process. You would long to know something beyond the body only because you know it will end one day. If this body was immortal, you would simply sit and meditate. You would not know anything beyond this. Even if you are not consciously aware, somewhere deep down you know that your expiry date is on. Mortality is the fundamental of spiritual process. If you are reminded of your mortality, you will naturally want to know.
Being in touch with the earth has many other aspects to it. In the ashram, I always told people, no matter what work you're doing, at least for 1 hour a day, you must stick your fingers into the earth. You do something with the garden somewhere, your hands should get muddy. This will build a natural physical memory, a bodily memory in you that you are mortal. Every day, if you're sticking your hands into the earth, you will constantly, your body will know that it's not permanent. Because a body has a memory of its own. Its body's memory far more significant than the mental memory. Right now, the memory that your body carries is ruling you far more than the memories of your mind. Physiologically, on the cellular level, on the elemental level, you're constantly being reminded that you're mortal if you're close to the earth. See, the reminder of your mortality is the most key element in your spiritual process. Why would you long to know something beyond the body? Only because you know it will end one day, isn't it? Suppose this body was immortal, who the hell is going to sit and meditate? Who the hell wants to know anything beyond this, if this was immortal by itself, isn't it? Because somewhere, even if you're not consciously aware, somewhere deep down, you know your expiry date is on. The expiry date is on, you're trying to stretch it a bit, but you know you have an expiry date. It is because of that the longing to know, isn't it? So the fundamentals of spiritual process is your mortality. If you are reminded of your mortality, naturally you will want to know. There are various practices in India as to how to connect to the earth experientially. Many practices. Just sitting down, cross-legged on the floor, the body in some way experientially is reminded. There is a reminder for the body that this is just this. The moment it is in touch with the earth, it knows it is this. Those of you who have very unstable bodies, that is, you tend to fall sick very easily and, constantly those kind of things. If you just get off your cot and sleep on the floor, you will see it'll make a big difference. Just that much. Just
maybe 18 inches away you are, just get 18 inches closer. You will see it'll make a big difference in terms of reorganizing the system.
I would say 80% of your health depends on this, how much you're in tune with the earth. 80%. 80% of your chronic ailments can just vanish simply because you kind of found a little rapport with the earth on which you're walking or sitting right now.
Thank you for watching the entire video, and if you loved the video, do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also do comment down in the comment box. Thank you.